Breaking news just coming in, Iran has vowed more devastating operations against Israel's vital targets,
where at least 8 people have been killed and dozens injured in the latest round of missile strikes launched by Iran.
The Israeli military says it's intercepted many of the Iranian drones launched towards Israel.
Imagine waking up and realizing $230 billion just vanished from global markets. Not from a recession, not from a pandemic, but from missiles launched between Iran and Israel. Sounds far away, right? But what if I told you this war could make your fuel costlier, groceries pricier, and even delay your EMI relief? Chapter 1. How did it all start? This isn't just a fight that started last week. Iran and Israel have been Cold War rivals for decades. Iran backs Hezbollah. Israel fears Iran's nuclear ambitions. Tensions peaked earlier this year when Iran launched hundreds of drones and missiles at Israel in response to a suspected Israeli strike on its embassy in Syria. And boom, on June 13, 2025, Israel hit back, striking Iran's biggest gas field, South Pars. Iran retaliated, and global markets panicked. Chapter 2, what happened overnight? Let me break it down. Oil prices jumped by 11% overnight. The Dow fell by 769 points, that's $230 billion wiped off. Gold went up, Bitcoin dropped, crypto traders lost $1.2 billion in liquidations. Airlines like Lufthansa, Delta, and Emirates, they saw their shares fall by 4 to 5% in just one trading session. And yes, Middle East stock markets also saw blood on the floor. Chapter 3, why oil is the big villain here. Here's where it hits us hardest: oil. Iran sits right next to the Strait of Hormuz, the choke point where 1 in every 5 barrels of oil in the world passes through. If Iran blocks it, oil prices could touch $120 a barrel. That means higher petrol prices, higher delivery charges, costlier veggies, and maybe even more expensive flights. Chapter 4, how does this affect you? Let's say you live in India. You're already paying over Rs 100 litra for petrol. If this war drags on, you could be paying Rs 115, Rs 120 soon. Inflation may rise again. Your EMI might not reduce because central banks like the RBI may now pause rate cuts. Yes, war in the Middle East isn't just a news headline. It's an invoice waiting for you. Chapter 5, what expert surveys are saying. Markets are reacting to fear, not fundamentals. Catherine Rooney Vera, StoneX. If the Strait of Hormuz is blocked, prepare for a full-blown global energy crisis. Energy analyst, Bloomberg. 90% of short-term geopolitical shocks tend to fade within a month unless trade routes are impacted. So it's like this: if the fighting stops here, markets will calm down. But if it escalates, it could be a 2022-style inflation crisis all over again. Chapter 6, what might happen next? There are 3 paths from here. Iran retaliates harder and blocks Hormuz. Oil hits $120, global recession risk. Israel backs off, and OPEC Plus increases supply, oil stabilizes. Central banks globally pause rate cuts, stock markets get jittery. Watch these 3: oil, OPEC, and the Fed. Chapter 7, how you can stay ahead. Here's how you stay ahead of this chaos. Track oil prices weekly. If you're in stocks, avoid panic selling. History shows rebounds. If you're planning a loan, wait a bit, RBI rate cuts may delay. And follow credible global news, not just Twitter rumors. Conclusion, this war isn't just about politics, it's about your pocket. The next 30 days will decide the future of oil, inflation, and your money. So hit that subscribe button if you want clear breakdowns like this. And tell us in the comments, do you think oil will cross $100 again?